set up a fight between Angelo and Josue.
No.
Yes, you did.
No. The
I
little
have
boy called
phones.
over. He called to the house. He was asking for a fight. I was like, wait a minute, you want to do what? I was like, are you serious? It was either that or you want to sit there and do some stupid things. I'm not trying to have stupid things go on between those boys. Those boys need to learn how to get along.
Like I said,
So are you gonna write
I
this down?
have phones. I already know when you called it in. You never fully followed through.
I did. I waited for them to get here.
Okay, do you have the title to the vehicle?
It's in that vehicle. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, I cannot give you any more information because it was in the vehicle. I didn't even get to register the car or anything.
You've had the car since before January.
Yeah, and I also had to get an alternator for it. You know how much money it takes to just for me to save for just a little bit of a few things? But the little boy, he called. He wanted to make the fight.
Right.
And I
I'm
was
not
asking
saying
myself, like, what do you just want to do?
I'm not saying Josue didn't set the fight, but you let them know and you set up the fight because they were gonna fight that morning.
No, because they had to know. I'm like, this is what's going on when your sisters left. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, I let them know because they needed to know. Because that's not right.
So I'm gonna tell you something, okay?
Yeah, my 5 minutes, I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? When I charge someone, you're gonna be charged along because I know you're hiding the truth and I know you're listening to me, and it would suck for Aurora and Elizabeth's baby to not be present, for you not to be present, because I will charge you because I do know you were gonna set up that fight that day. The end.
Young lady,
I got it off your daughter's phone. Goodbye.
Never act like this. Like, chill out, gang. And I want to nah, dude. Put that last man down. Put me down. Just over there.
Clearly, Chavez is done talking as she storms off the scene, angry and defensive. But in her frustration, she lets something slip, admitting that she knew about the fight between Jay and her sons, though she insists it was all Jay's idea. Before leaving the house, Bruciaga tries once more to speak with Elizabeth to see if she's finally ready to tell the truth.
How you been, Elizabeth?
fine.
Are you still pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah? How far along are you?
Well, from my menstrual cycle, she said 14 weeks and 7 days.
So, Elizabeth, you know, we talked last time and I know you were very upset and I can't imagine what you're going through because you're kind of put in between, but I already know you know what happened.
Oh, I don't. I don't know what happened at all. All I know is that when his grandpa got back, he told me that Jay was dead.
I would just hate, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, still believe that you weren't involved. But I would just hate to find out that you were involved. And then where does that baby go? Because he no longer has a dad. That day, there was a witness that describes a female matching your exact description, talking to Josue right before he gets shot.
I was at the house.
Okay. Do you realize how close you live?
I was literally
Again,
cleaning,
Elizabeth,
doing all of
listen
that.
to me.
And then when his grandpa came home, he walked in on me washing the dishes.
You're not going to change my mind because, I mean, is it weird that she lives here and she knows nothing?
Elizabeth, you have to think. But can I talk to you for a second, Elizabeth?
What?
So
say something else.
I know we're not trying to upset you any more than you already are or anything like that. But you have to think about how when this case goes to court, one, when people get arrested for things like this, they don't care whose family, friends, or whoever else they can or will throw under the bus to try to get themselves a better deal. When this goes to court and a jury of 12 random people, don't worry about what I think about it. Don't worry about what Anna thinks about it. Think about what those 12 people are thinking about it. You've got to think about what's best for him or her.
I don't. Okay. I would have had you guys about that.
If you hear something or something comes up,
I looked him since the day I met him.
With Elizabeth repeating the same story as before and no progress made, the officers decide to leave. But Bruciaga gives the family a promise. The next time she comes back, it won't be for questions. It'll be with a warrant. A month later, on June 15th, investigators finally get the break they've been waiting for. Cell tower data definitively places Angelo's phone at the scene of the murder at 11:20 a.m., the same time Jay was killed, directly contradicting his earlier alibi that he was home with his mother. With this new evidence, a warrant is secured for Angelo's arrest, and Bruciaga returns to the Baldonado residence, just as she promised. That afternoon, 16-year-old Angelo Baldonado is arrested and charged with murder. Now with the prime suspect finally in custody, police have the chance to interview him without his mother intervening. Bruciaga hopes this will be the moment they get to close the case for good. But to her surprise, Angelo isn't about to make that easy, because this time, he has an escape plan of his own.
Hey, Angelo. I'm still at chair, sorry.
Is my mom gonna be here something?
Is your mom gonna be here? Was she driving? Was she driving down here?
Oh, she was talking to one of the people that was there at the house.
Oh, at the house?
Yes.
I was at the office, sorry, I was no longer at the house. Okay.
She should be coming.
So she should be coming. Okay.
And if not, like, she should be coming.
She should? Okay. So you do remember me, and I actually do know you remember me because you're like, can I talk to Anna? So, but again, I am Anna Bruciaga, deputy. This is my partner. So, Angelo, because you are a minor, I am gonna read you your rights, and we're
That's why I
gonna...
want my mom here. That's what I mean. Like, not any questions. If I wasn't like gonna talk to my mom with her.
So you want your mom here while I read you your rights as well?
Yeah, I want her for the whole thing.
For the whole thing? Okay, fair enough.
She's asking so much.
At this time, you are gonna get booked for your warrant.
Yeah, I want her for the whole thing.
For the whole thing? Okay, fair enough.
She's asking so much.
At this time, you are gonna get booked for your warrant. Okay? And we're
That's why I
gonna...
want my mom here. That's what I mean. Like, not any questions. If I wasn't like gonna talk to my mom with her.
So you want your mom here while I read you your rights as well?
Yeah, I want her for the whole thing.
For the whole thing? Okay, fair enough.
She's asking so much.
At this time, you are gonna get booked for your warrant. Okay?
What exactly is going on?
It's a homicide warrant.
But why are you doing this?
Okay. Again, you know, because you said that you wanted to speak to me with your mom, I can't ask you questions. At this point, I am booking you for the homicide warrant. And that's all I can do.
It's certainly not the response Detective Bruciaga was hoping for, but it's hardly surprising. After months of his mother keeping him away from investigators, Angelo refuses to speak without his mother or a lawyer present. With no cooperation and no confession, there is nothing more detectives can do. Angelo is booked into the county's juvenile detention center, held without bond while prosecutors prepare to take the case to trial. For now, he's the only family member officially tied to the crime, and investigators believe they've finally got Jay's killer behind bars. But what no one has caught on to yet is that Angelo isn't the one who pulled the trigger. He's just a scapegoat, taking the fall for a killer who's still free and quietly getting away with murder.
Pros and cons of different jobs that allow you to travel the world. Coding. But why coding? Well, for one, the starting salary is generally really high, and you can...
A full year passes since Jay was tragically killed. His pregnant girlfriend, Elizabeth Baldonado, gives birth to his son in November 2022. Her social media posts show a young woman trying to rebuild her life, sharing photos of her baby, spending time with friends, and appearing to move on in a new relationship. On the surface, it seems like life is slowly returning to normal. Meanwhile, her brother Angelo remains in juvenile detention awaiting trial. The case seems closed, and Jay's family begins to find closure, believing justice has finally been served. That is, until, out of nowhere, police receive a phone call that changes everything. In March of 2023, a woman contacts detectives claiming she's been talking to Elizabeth's older brother Gilbert on Facebook, and according to her, he's just confessed to knowing exactly who killed Jay that day.
I've been kind of watching everything that goes on Facebook, and I was able to see that Gibby was pretty hateful towards his mom, and so I figured maybe I could get him to say something about it. So I messaged him, "Why is your brother locked up?" Because my mom and him went to go fight my sister's baby daddy because he beat her. And when they got there, my sister's baby daddy tried to pull out a gun, but he got hit before he could even get his gun. But they put the murder on my brother. I said, "That's real f***ed up. Why they put it on your brother?" He said supposedly witnesses were there and said it was him. And they say they also got video and that it looks like him in the video, but you can't see shit. All you see is a big ass group, and then everybody scatters. I said, "What the f***, your mom didn't tell nobody it wasn't him?" He said, "Nope." He said, "The crazy part is my little brother ain't telling on my mom." I said, "So your mom did it and let your brother go down?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you tried to tell your brother to tell?" He said, "Yeah, but he tells me no. But that's how we was raised. No matter what the situation is, don't tell. And if we do, we gotta face consequences."
Needless to say, Gilbert's confession changes everything. Detectives already suspected Chavez's involvement in arranging the boxing fight, but no one imagined she was the one who pulled the trigger. Investigators begin to theorize that Chavez may have orchestrated the entire thing, luring Jay to the alley under the guise of a fight with her son, only to end it herself with a single shot to the head. But despite what sounds like a breakthrough, Detective Bruciaga knows she can't move too fast. Arresting Chavez now, based only on Gilbert's secondhand confession, could jeopardize the entire case. Without solid evidence, Chavez will be innocent in the eyes of the law. Over the next few months, investigators work quietly, monitoring jail calls between Chavez and her son Angelo. Most of the conversations are vague, small talk, cautious wording, but in one of the calls, Chavez makes an interesting statement. When Angelo asks why his brother Gilbert looks sad, Chavez replies, "He's heartbroken you're in there. I told him it's because I f***ed up, because I'm stupid, period." Hearing what sounds like an admission of guilt, Detective Bruciaga seizes the opportunity and visits Angelo at the detention center, hoping this time she can finally get the truth. When she meets with him, she doesn't have to do much convincing, because Angelo is already prepared to make a deal and save himself.
If everything would be happening, what we're talking about right now, would I get at least the first degree dropped on? So it'd be the way to work around it.
So if you're wanting to now give a statement, we can definitely schedule an appointment where it's me, you, and the attorney. And then I'm more than willing to talk to you then.
After Angelo agrees to cooperate, detectives quickly arrange a formal interview with him and his attorney present. Angelo ends up corroborating his brother Gilbert's confession, confirming that it was his mother who pulled the trigger and drove away from the scene. With both sons telling the same story, there's only one crucial piece missing to solve the case: a confession from Chavez herself. Without her own words, the defense could argue that the boys are lying or that their statements were coerced.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at
A few days later, an arrest warrant is issued, and Chavez is taken into custody. Detective Bruciaga brings her into an interrogation room determined to secure an admission. Not through confrontation this time, but through empathy. If the plan works, they'll finally close the case for good. But if Chavez sees through it, the interview will be over before it even begins.
I know that you obviously recognize me because we've met in the past more than once, okay? And regardless of what happened then, I'm not gonna be rude to you. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to you, even though in the past, you weren't the nicest, right? But You're here, and I'm not gonna be rude. And I expect the same too. Fair? Okay. Obviously, I know you were visiting Angelo. I know you were visiting Angelo. How's he doing? He's okay? Yeah? Okay. How are you doing?
He's in there.